Hello, this is Kevin and I'm out again on another little walk. Behind me is Cynthia.
Hi.
And over there, that guy is my best mate Steve.
Hiya.
And we are at, and he glances down at a notice board, Boxgrove Priory. Cynthia and I have been here before, but I didn't do a video that time. That day the sun was out, beautiful day. Today, just coming on to rain a little bit. So we're going to have a little bit of a wander around here, and then we're going to go to the church. And the church we're looking forward to because that is stunning inside. So we're just coming up to the priory now. As you can see, there's not much of the poor old building left. But this is flint construction with a lot of obviously infill rubble. But fabulous old building. Absolutely stunning. But it's set in some fabulous little grounds here. But you've got these bits here where they've got the tile infill, which is just lovely. I love those bits. When you see the tiles on these buildings, these old buildings. But I don't know which end would be which, whether this would be the main east end. I'm guessing that's the east end, and that's not east end of EastEnders, as you call it. But just lovely. And you've got the arches just there, you've got the tops of the arches there, and another one just there, with the doorway underneath. But you can see where there's been an arch over top of each of the openings, the windows and the doors. Well, you've got a group of children somewhere, and it looks as if they might be coming in this way, so no, they're walking past. But a fantastic place. And you got like a little alcove there. You've got the stonework around all the arches. And you've got these end walls. I don't know whether this was where the priory used to come further out. I'm guessing it probably does. But obviously you get buttresses as well on some of these old buildings. We've got a bit of information about the priory, and it's, you know, what we've got is after the Norman conquest in 1066, lands were given to the Norman nobles. And in 1108, one of these, Robert de la Haye, gave land to Boxgrove to the Norman Abbey of Blaise. Here they built a priory on the site of the Saxon church that was here. As we've been walking around, Steve and Cynthia, they've been sort of identifying more of the building materials used in this priory, and you've got huge lumps of chalk, which I've just got on the shot there. But also when you look into some of the arches, around the priory. There's chalk in all of the bits. See if I can get her just there. It's quite incredible because chalk is such a soft material, but they've used it in many areas. There's another piece just down here where there's been chalk put into the arch, and it's just here, and you can see whether it's weathered over the years. But being such a soft building material, it's amazing that it's stayed there. And again, here in this arch, it's in there, and you can definitely tell that it's chalk because, you know, there it is straight onto my finger. But there's such a lot of, as I say, such a lot of different building material: chalk, sandstones, flint, and in and Cynthia says over there the tiles that I pointed out just now, which but yeah, it's quite incredible. But you've got the corbelling in the corners of the walls with the little gargoyles at the bottom. It's just incredible. We've just come round the back of the church now, and I will put the name of the church up. But Steve has called me down to this very bottom corner in the churchyard, right up against these fields. But we've got some war graves here, and this one here, which is clearly American, and it's still being attended to, and a fairly new headstone. Perhaps Steve can actually read what's on the headstone for us.
Yeah, it's actually, it says RAF at the top, but he was obviously American, but was with the RAF, and it's Pilot Officer W. Fisk III, born in Chicago in June the 4th, 1911. Killed in action in August the 17th, 1940. He died for England.
Died for England. That's amazing. And Steve quite rightly said it looks as if it's being attended to quite regularly. And there's ancestors at the bottom of the headstone. I'll try and see if I can get that to tip down there.
There's another Fisk there, which is 1879 to 1940, born in New York.
Yeah.
And another Fisk, Bueller. Bueller Fisk, born in Chicago, 1886 to 1949.
And just here, Cynthia's just come along, and she's just said she read something about it. But there's that bit there with a photograph of him, and it said he died for England. But that's quite an amazing little bit of a find here, right in the bottom corner. As I said, there's another one there. Can't see what that one is. J.A. Patterson. He was a sapper in the 30th Surrey anti-aircraft, 16th of January 1940. And I think these two headstones here are also war graves. It's Corporal E.T. Roberts, the last Lancashire Regiment, 3rd of November 1940, aged 21. Very difficult to read. This one is a private. J.R. Tunks, 44th Battalion, Reconnaissance Corps, 23rd of December 1941, aged 26. And that's quite amazing. There's another one here with an American flag on.
Yeah, but it's not 2015.
Oh yeah, it's not so. Yeah. But yeah, that's a fantastic find. Steve going around doing just a little bit of a wander about, and that's what he's come across. We've arrived now at, I'm looking for the name, which is just up in front of me here, the Priory Church of St Mary and St Blaise of Boxgrove. So we're just going to have a little bit of a wander around here, but obviously being respectful of the fact that we are in a church. Been here once before, quite stunning. When you are walking round churches, and that you never appreciate what is in them, but this church is just absolutely incredible. You've got a gallery there, and you've got one absolutely identical on the other side. But when you look at the ceilings, and we're heading down towards the east end of the church, it's just stunning. And you've got all these arches all the way down through here, stained glass windows all round. And then you head down here towards the altar. As I say, this is in the east wing. And then you've got a private little chapel there, I suppose it is. Very, very ornate. Just look at that. That is incredible. With all the coats of arms on there. But then at the end, you've got this absolutely stunning stained glass window, which is in the centre there. It's depicting the crucifixion. Which is just there. It is just absolutely beautiful. And again, just to the side here, you've got a separate little altar, again with a stained glass window behind. But it's almost like it's a church within a church. But I do remember Cynthia, I believe, read up about a part of this, and it tells you the reasons why you've got these here. But I think in all the churches that I've been in, I have to say I've been in a few over the last few months. This is just the most stunning church of the lot. The stained glass window in the distance there, which is on the west end of the church, at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, on a nice clear sunny day, the sun streams through that window, and the sun rays come through there. It comes out, it's obviously through with all the different colours that glass produces. But then what it does, it comes through and it ends up on there. And I have to say, when the sunlight comes through there, it is stunning. Beautiful, beautiful colours. But this is just absolutely wonderful. I'm just going to have a wander here between the pews, because I want to find out where Steve and Cynthia are. So I just want to ask them what they think of this. Cynthia and I have been here once before, a few weeks ago, but I wasn't able to video. So Steve's Steve's visiting for the first time. And again, there's another little altar here. So Steve, we brought you to the church in Boxgrove. What's your thoughts of it?
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
You can't imagine that a small area parish like this can have such a big church.
Church this size, no, it's incredible.
Isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Beautiful stained glass as well.
It is, yeah.
Can you just point out something?
Yeah, of course.
A window for the pilot. the American pilot.
Oh, that's the chap we
We
did.
found buried.
Oh, yes, that's right. You probably can't read that because of the light coming streaming through that window, but
It says, remember before God, Pilot Officer RAF William Meade Lindsay Fisk III, 1911 to 1940, an American citizen killed while flying in combat in the Battle of Britain.
wow. That I think, excuse me, I think that shows you what they thought of that young chap for doing that for this country in the Second World War. Well, we've finished our walk round St Mary and St Blaise Church. I think it's what it's called. Probably that's going to be corrected straight away by somebody. But we've been to Kingley Vale as well, which was a first time for Steve. Walked up onto the top to the burial grounds, found a trig point, so we had a nice trip up there, a little bit of a walk, a bit of a climb up the hill.
Bit of a climb.
Bit of a climb.
Yeah. We went in through the ancient yews and then the newer yew forest, so that was a nice trip. But then we came to the church here in the Priory. We've had a good walk round there. Steve's had his first visit here and has loved it.
Very nice. Yeah, beautiful place.
Stunning church, isn't it? So we're going to now go off. I don't know what we're going to do, whether we're going to try and find somewhere to have a coffee or a cup of tea. That's what we normally do. But we've had a nice day out. It's been great, and the weather's been kind to us. A little bit of rain just now, but nothing to affect us. Found some very interesting things. So this will be Kevin, Cynthia, and Steve saying bye-bye, and we'll see you on the next one.